and set on first down. He's looking to throw it. Wasting no time taking a shot. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown Sooners! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He's going to bring it out from deep. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Dropping back, it's Ward. He makes the grab. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. He wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Second down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Martinez. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Hurricanes look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On second down, looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Arroyo. And he's running in the open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Miami! He'll try to tack on one more. Smashes it through for the PAT. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished with a 62-yard pass for the score. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Sooner offense offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass, it's Arnold. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
RD, what a play by the safety, and the free safety specifically. When you're playing cover 2 and you're sitting back at half the field responsibility, you got to see the formation and you got to understand the quarterback. You're watching the quarterback's eyes and reading him. He takes him right to the football. Free safety jumps the route, makes the INT.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He'll keep it himself. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that something in the ground.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. That is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Arnold. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
On the run, it's Barnes. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Give to the running back. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Fights off a defender. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field.
That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score tied at 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Fires left. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception in the last possession. You can tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing and going and try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Arnold. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I'd go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And he intercepts it. Going the other way, and he's got room. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on 1st down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these 1st downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Holds and fires complete to the right. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
Number 17.
That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
21, Miami, 7.
Coming out with it, it's Johnson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
To the air, it's Ward. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. Catches it cleanly at the 20.
Georgetown brings it out to the 34. And the Oklahoma offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do.
Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
The offense starts with a short field. To the air on 1st down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They'll run it from the gun. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's caught! Touchdown, Hurricane!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No.
He's going for a big play downfield. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's got an open man. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? We're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They want to just keep throwing it. Got a man. It's Thompson. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
He's just Johnny on the spot. Now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Quick pass on the jet motion. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. To the air, it's Ward. Fires to the big fella. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
With the catch, it's Arroyo. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
The Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Martinez. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. And the Canes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Bowman. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Will go back to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think you run that play on second down, knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Looking to throw for it. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
I feel like the defense is just living rent-free inside the quarterback's head right now. Of course, they got the pick last drive, and they almost got a pick right now. Right now, they are fooling this quarterback with pre-snap and post-snap looks. This quarterback doesn't know where to throw the ball.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Working the middle, it's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, is still short of the first down.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The throw. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Barnes. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Going to take a shot. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
I'll tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver, they get to chase it, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your hands.
Power football with the run. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking for a man. It's Ward. Makes his connection. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And the Canes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And after that punt, that's where they'll mark it. It'll be just inside the 35-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Line gets set, first down. He'll set up to throw. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Arnold. Fires to the big fella. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in the flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that, checked it down, or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They give it to him again. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quick pass on the fly motion. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
At the 37-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Oklahoma 23, Miami 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. The aerial assault continues. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Arnold. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Sooners line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. From the gun, running back on the move. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Well, he couldn't find any running room at all, and he'll end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody doing their job. There was just nowhere to go there for the QB.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They looked like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And the Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Pace. The marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop. That's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Back to pass, it's Arnold. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Pocket starts to collapse. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long. With players like that, getting after him.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Makes the catch. It's Barnes. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got it set up on the outside. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Touchdown, Oklahoma! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Man, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I could be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And the returner will be dragged down.
The Hurricanes will take over. 1st and 10.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game.
And he breaks into the open. The 20. Touchdown, Canes. And once he got loose, it was all over. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. To the air, it's Ward. Zings it complete to the right. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now they're down by 7. Trailing by a touchdown here in the 4th. They'll try to get it back with the onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Martinez. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Finds his man. It's George. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Martinez. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. To the air, it's Ward. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game. We might be looking at overtime soon.
My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. He's looking to pass. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Looks as if they're sending the normal kickoff unit out there, but you have to send the hands team out and try an onside kick at this point. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. One possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got him downfield. Afterburner's coming. Then takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100 touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments and big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.